Hello, you guys. I hope you're having a fantabulous day wherever you're at in the world. So, this is Mareka, Matthias from Spirit Source Pentacle. And today I wanted to talk about a definitive method to move forward as fast as possible by identifying where our self-identity has been stopping us. So, just to kind of start it off, as we talked about before, the human ego has a necessity to stay in direct consort and completely aligned with who it thinks it is. So, like for example, if there was someone that was an alcoholic who wanted to stop drinking alcohol, even though they stopped for a certain amount of time, if they didn't in their head believe that they were no longer an alcoholic and that's not who they were anymore, they will always relapse. That is a rule, not like a caveat or like a maybe. That is a rule. Because if they still identify themselves as that, at some point they're just going to snap back, as we've talked about on this channel several times. So, what does it mean to identify where yourself has been holding you back? And what does that mean for your life? So it means that you can view your natural reasoning style and work with it. Depending on when you were born, like astrologically, as well as the conditions you grew up in, you might have a certain set of steps that you go through when you make decisions in life or in your relationships in any way. You might be more emotional first, and then you filter with the logic, and then you make a decision. Or you could be more logic-minded, and then you integrate your emotions, and then you make the decision from there. That's something that you do naturally. It has to do with your surroundings, but it's something that kind of you do naturally. Just like everyone has their own learning style. Identifying where your self-identity could be holding you back means that you can work with yourself in a way that is productive. So many people are a slave to who they think they are, and it's actually hurting them instead of helping them. Because, like, imagine if, like, say, I do a lot of empath examples because not only do I know from personal experience, but I know others. Like, if you're an empath and you are in a relationship with someone, and this person has a lot of issues, but you have a bad habit of taking on other people's issues. Now, it might be genuinely who you are to help them, but it is not healthy for you to immerse yourself in their problem in order to fix it, because if both y'all are in it, then no one gets out of it. And that's a more emotional way of being sometimes. But you can filter that through your thoughts and your logic and say, okay, I want to help this person, but I can't lose myself because I won't be able to help them. So that's just the power of identifying where you've been holding yourself back and harming yourself, but still working with your reasoning style. So the second thing it means to identify where yourself has been holding you back is to understand the power of intention in who you think you are. So this is something that's really important with regarding to like limiting beliefs and different things like that. Because limiting beliefs, as we've talked about before, are within a framework. Like they're an idea of like if you were religious or something and you had an idea that, oh, in order for me to go along with this idea that's in the religion, I have to act a certain way in my life. Like if you wanted to do something around, let's say like humility. And that's a beautiful thing to center yourself around. But if it's not balanced, it can get out of hand. So what does that mean with regards to what I just said? If you think you're a humble person and it may get unbalanced, you may, instead of praising yourself, never praise yourself. You're one of those people that thinks that the victory or whatever happened is external because you think you have to be humble. So that's my example with the power of intention in who you are and identifying where things have been holding you back. So why is it important for you to identify the things that have been holding you back so you can adjust them and fix them, but still work with who you naturally are? Remember, this is not about changing you. This is about understanding where the framework has issues and then shifting it. It's not about changing who you are. It's about shifting the framework. So why is it important to do this? because you'll no longer feel like you're self-sabotaging yourself constantly. That's my cat, sorry. So many people feel like they're just self-sabotaging themselves 24/7. Like, even if they make the right decision, they'll be like, oh, this small thing was wrong. Oh, I didn't do it this way. Oh, I didn't do it that way. And that actually keeps them further from what they want. So by identifying where you've been holding yourself back, you'll stop making decisions that self-sabotage you. You'll be conscious throughout the process. You won't be like, oh, I couldn't do it. No. Procrastination, occasionally you'll do it, but procrastination will go down significantly because you'll be conscious of the decisions that you're making right now. So the second reason why you need to identify where your self-identity has been stopping you in order to move forward is because you can embody your dream self. Everybody has an idea of who they want to be when they're young. Now, because we were born into 3D reality, it might be at first like children will say like a career or something like that, but it's actually much deeper than that. And I'm sure for you it's much deeper than that. It's not about a career or even money. It's about freedom. It's about abundance. It's about a feeling of oneness. It's about connection with others. That is actually what you want to embody in your day-to-day life. And if you identify what has been keeping you from that, you will actually be able to do that. Because so many people, and this is one I see a lot, I identify this in myself also, if you're good at something, a lot of people feel a lot of shame about being good at something. This is one of the hugest things that will stop you from embodying who you actually want to be, because who you actually want to be is definitely linked with who you are. So when you do something well, you cannot have shame around it. And identifying where yourself has been holding you back will illuminate you to that fact really fast so you can do what you actually want to do continuously and not stop or be inconsistent or anything like that. And the third reason why it's good to identify where your self-identity has been stopping you is because you can pivot without fear. As a business owner and as just a person in general, we know that so many unexpected things happen. You have to be able to pivot while still being genuine to you, or you will get lost. Like, you will get lost so fast. I cannot express to you how fast you will get lost. So it's so important, because when the unexpected things happen, you have to be in a place of calm. You have to be honest with yourself and where you're going. And you can't do that if you're having all these different self-beliefs that are like crisscrossing each other like spider webs. You're not going to get anywhere. So that's why. And so how do you start identifying your self-identity? You can do shadow work, is something a lot of people do that's really popular, and I definitely advocate for that. But I do have some personal ones that I think will help you release it a lot faster, as well as some other kind of things around where that self-identity came from. Because where the self-identity came from is almost just important as actually what it is. So the first thing that I have is to drink liver detox teas and dandelion tea. Why? Because dandelion not only works with your your urinary system and your kidneys and your adrenal glands and lymphatic system and things like that, but the liver is also responsible for the past and kind of filtering. It's the meeting of the present and the past. It's a really important place for time within the body. Let me tell you, it is no accident why a lot of people who are alcoholics and things like that, which directly attacks your liver, alcohol does, it's about an issue with the past. Them feeling like they don't have a choice because of some past decision. So the self-identity is a continuous thing, of course. So when you drink the liver detox teas, it will help you. Oh my gosh, my computer's about to die. Sorry. So the liver detox teas will help your body and spirit digest the past easier. Second thing is to massage just under your diaphragm. Like right here. This is where your liver is, as well as your spleen is in this area. You can do this for 1 to 2 minutes a day, no pressure, anything like that. And this will definitely help you to identify your self-identity and understand where it's been holding you back so you can actually move forward and feel good about it. Because just before I finish with the last exercise, something that happens a lot of time is people get caught up in physical action without the underlying framework like we talk about. And I know that you don't want to sit there, and I know you just want to start today. I completely understand, but I'm telling you that if your mind is not right and the energy is not right with regards to how you view what you're going to do, it will not be lasting change. And that is the entire point of my work, which is blending the emotional, physical, and spiritual together, because they're all one thing. They're not three separate things. I just do that so people can understand them, but they're actually one thing. So, yeah, that's it. That's why your physical body and your emotions are so important in physical action, because you need all three for you to heal and move on. So, the last exercise is a journaling exercise. First thing is journal why you think you don't have what you want. And I want this to be kind of broad, because we're going to narrow it down with the last two steps. Just be kind of broad. It's no pressure. Just say like, oh, I don't believe that I'm good at time management, or I can't process my emotions well. Just something simple like that. And then after that, for each one of those reasons, put down, I would say 3 to 4, you can do more if you like, 3 to 4 physical things that you do that are contributing to why you don't have that are contributing to why. And then do the same thing with 3 to 4 spiritual things or mental things that might be contributing to why you don't have what you have. And then, after reading all this, last thing is write down why you don't think you deserve it. This is where you will see your view of the past and your view of self. This is where it's going to pop up, because once you have the framework of why you don't think what you have and why you don't think you deserve it, you'll understand that they are linked. They are undeniably linked. And self-identity has a huge thing to do with, of course, physical action, but the framework around it, why you think you deserve certain things. I can't tell you how many manifestation coaches out here do work specifically on money blocks. They say it's money blocks, but when you actually go into it, it's actually not just about money. It's about a sense of self-worth, which is part of the self-identity. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I just wanted to share this with you. It's really profound. I feel like it's, once again, how you move forward by identifying where your self-identity has been holding you back. And once again, that means viewing your reasoning style and how to work with yourself, and understanding the power of intention when shaping who you are. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoy this. If this really resonated with you and you're really having problems with your self-identity, you feel like you're just fighting yourself and you just can't get over anything, I know exactly how you feel. You can go ahead and either comment below or contact me if you like spiritual coaching. I do offer that service, and we can just work together, and it's all about your growth. No pressure or anything, just all about your growth, and I just would love to help you. I also do offer life path readings and healing sessions if that's a more affordable option for you. Just contact me if you'd like to work together. So thank you so much for your time. I love you infinitely. Have a fantabulous day.